E-Trade is super slow. So you have to start up like 10 minutes in the morning before you actually start trading.
Looks like TRCH about touch $9.
It touched $9. Yeah, I kind of
That's
figured
about-
it's like, yeah. Yeah, above $9, and we should see at least 9.5. If it breaks 9.23, which was the high this morning, I wasn't trading it because, you know, I had some Mexican food yesterday and it completely ruined my stomach. All right, E-Trade, I just need one thing from E-Trade, which is, E-Trade is so slow though, man, look at that. Market depth.
I faster than Thinkorswim.
Yeah, Thinkorswim is super, super slow, super laggy. This is all I need from E-Trade. So let's see. Let's see. TRCH, yeah, just hit $9. So number one watch is going to be TRCH for today. That's where the herd is at. So on my screen, what you guys see is called level 2 data. This is what we're going to be watching in addition to our chart. Normally I would have this on my other screen so it's not blocking my chart, but I can't figure out how to share two screens on Zoom just yet. So I'll have to research how to do that later when I get back from the Navy. So you guys could zoom in and you could look at it. So that's the order book. That's all the orders coming in. What we're gonna look for, there we go, $9, $9 flashing on, there we go, we're above $9. So if you took that alert, you would have already made some money right there. You're already up 22 cents. Now we're gonna look for this to hold above $9. And the short sellers are not gonna want to hold above $9, so they're gonna fight. So just keep watching that and see if you can get an understanding of how it works. 9.16. Next, we're looking for, there we go, E-Trade froze. And there it goes, reopen. That's why I don't like E-Trade. You guys saw that, right?
Yeah.
You saw it froze. Now we're at 9.43. So if anyone took that alert, you're making some money. 9.6. And if my alert didn't, if you didn't take the alert, you could have bought at 9.50. And you're still going to make some money because remember the resistances I spoke about yesterday, $9, $9.25, and $9.50. All right. So, you know, looking for this now to hold up in 9.4 and then retest the high that it just made, which was, let's see, TRCH. Wow, something's really slow today. Okay, here we go. So now we're looking at a chart. Now if I can bring a level 2 up, level 2 right here. So you see this candle body right here has a huge upper wick. When you're trading, pretty much that's a fake out. We're not looking for that. We're looking for a candle like this, you know, solid green candle. So let's watch it right here. If we break above 9.66, then we should go to at least 9.75. 9.75, we're gonna go to $10. In the level 2, you can see the sellers, all these people on the right, these are people that are selling the stock. It's gonna show you right here, we have a 22,000 seller, which is most likely a short. So now look at the stock going down as a short seller. Wait, no. Dave, what are you seeing TRCH price on? Okay, there we go. Webull was lagging. Did you guys see that lag right there? That was a lag. So that was delayed. Webull was showing the price at 9.54 when it was down at 9.3. So there's some lag going on, some things going on.
Right now it's
Was
at
your-
9.26, well, 23 now.
Yeah, was yours lagging and did it lag just now?
No, it was lagging. It was up
No.
there at the 9.5.
Yeah, because that's on 9.5, and then E-Trade level 2 was showing 9.2. Webull is still showing 9.5 on the chart. There's some lag going on this morning. It's either E-Trade or Webull. Something's going on. Now we're looking for this to hold above $9 for us to go higher. If it keeps holding above $9 and volume comes in, we're watching the volume at the same time. So, you know, volume needs to stay at this level or it needs to increase. If you see the volume starts to decrease, the volume is down here, sorry. So, you know, opening, we had this massive volume candle, which was about 26 million. I don't think Webull is correct. That won't be correct. It shouldn't be 26 million. I only use Webull for the Heiken Ashi candles because my TradeZero doesn't have it. But its volume should not be 26. The opening candle, there's no way it was 26 million.
No, it looks like it was about 5 million.
About 5 million, right? Okay.
Yeah. And then it's decreased every minute since.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that. So that's something you want to watch. You know, opening candles 5 minutes, then you see the volume decreasing and it goes down, then, you know, pretty much people are just selling the stock at that point. Now we're just going to watch it when you stay above $9. But now I would be looking at the short. Go ahead.
The first 5 minute candle was about 15 million.
15. Okay. Now, if we look right here, we have VWAP, which is an indicator that you're going to set on your chart. Once I get, you know, once I group everyone together, if you look, it's trying to hold above VWAP, but there we just cracked VWAP. Look at this massive red candle. So that's short sellers trying to bring the stock down, and now we're going to go above below $9. Well, maybe it has to stay above 9, but there we go. Look at that flash all the way down to 8.96. That's a huge red candle right there. Now I would look, you know, I would have shorted the stock on one of these red candles right here. So, you know, make some money going up, now make some money going down. Then right here we have your 25 EMA, which is also support as well. All these indicators I'm going to show you set up on your chart. And now we bounce back up off the 25 EMA. So that was a support right there. You know, as it came down to the 25 EMA and just bounced right back up. So if you're quick enough and you read this stuff, you could have bought on that dip at 8.96. Instantly, you're up about 30 cents, right? Now we look for it to hold the 10 EMA right here. And over here, you can see in the morning, it was trading. It was, you know, it was just right in the 10 EMA right here. So you could take an entry right here in the 10 EMA and then sell up right here. Hold up, Mom. No, you know, this right here, I would not take an entry at any point here. I would be looking to short this stock, not to go long at this point. Because I still expect it to fail right now. And volume is well, yeah, volume's pretty much decreased. You know, let's see what happens. But it can surprise you. You know, we could get a 3 million volume candle and then we just burst higher. So, but let's see. Yeah, so volume, you know, the volume's not there, so I expect this to drop down.
It's because
If you guys look into level 2 as well, you're gonna see these big sellers right here. We have a 28,000 seller. That's most like, and then a 30,000 seller. Those are huge numbers, right? That person has, 30,000 shares.
Huh?
But that's most like a short seller that took position up here. And he's trying to cover at that price right here if the stock comes back up. So he's holding his shares. He'll cover here for a huge profit. And if the stock keeps going down, then he's still making more money going down. So they're pretty much blocking the stock. Now over here, short sellers work together. You have a 44,000 buyer on the bid, but that's a short, pretty much a short seller right here. So what they're doing is they're selling into this bid price, which is driving the price of the stock down. That's how shorts work. They put a big bid here and a big sell over here, and then they sell into the big bid to drive the price of the stock down. But it looks like the buyers are holding up pretty well. So we need to get back above 9.50 and it's game on. But under $9 now, and there we go. And now it's, yep, look at that huge red candle right there. Remember, gravestone doji followed by a flat top red candle, or what in this case, it's not really a flat top, but look at that. You could take a short position right here and you're making a lot of money right here. Now we see the 200 EMA, the 50 EMA, which is our next support level. It's touching the 50 EMA. Looks like it wants to bounce a little bit. That doesn't hold. We're going down to the 200 EMA, which is at 8.6. And below the 200 EMA, this thing can fade for the rest of the day. It could go from 8, but where it's at right now down to, you're talking about $7, right? You take a short position, you just ride it all the way down. Let's see what happens. Give it some time. So, that's what the market has been open for 10 minutes. For example, look, if you took, just based on your account size, if you took 5,000 shares at $9, when I sent it an alert, say by the break of 9, and you sell that 5,000 shares, anywhere up in here, say 9.4, 9.5, it's about 50 cents, right? That's about $2,500 that you just made, literally between 6:30 to 6:35. You could have made $2,500 depending on your account size. And if you took a short position up here, and you cover some in here, that's pretty much, you're done for the day. That's like $4,000, 3,500, depending on how many shares you're taking long, how many shares you're taking short. So you can make that much money that fast in the market. Now we're gonna watch this and see. Looks like it wants to recover a little bit. The volume right here. Now we need to get back up a VWAP, which is VWAP is at 9.2. Yeah, 9.2. See. Yeah, 9.20. So okay, there we go. So you saw what just happened. We came down to the 50 EMA. The buyers were like, nah, we're not gonna let the stock go down. They came in, they bought it up, and they pushed it right back above VWAP. All of these are your support levels coming down, but they're also your resistance levels coming up. Once the stock goes below the EMAs, they act as resistance coming up. So now we need to get back above 9.50 and look at that. Phew, wow, massive amount of volume coming in. Insane, that was insane right there. So if you had taken, another buy right there at 9.50, you could have sold at what, what was the high right there? Webull is behind 9.8. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. What was the high right there? Dave, what high are you seeing on your Trade Zero?
I have about 9.76 on Thinkorswim.
Okay, 9.76. Yeah, I don't know. Webull is lagging, as you can see on my chart. It's not showing 9.76. We're still right here.
So I see 9.48.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing on what, Trade Zero?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Something's going on with it. Well, I guess Thinkorswim is up to date because I just saw it hit 9.8 or 9.7 something on the level 2. But now Webull, you can see on my Webull chart, I'm only seeing a high of 9.54 right here. It's lagging.
Now I got 9.5.
Now there we go. Now it shows 9.75. So you saw that delay right there. That was crazy. That was a crazy delay right there. It's insane. So yeah, if you had bought above VWAP, we're looking for it to come back above VWAP, which tells you that the buyers are in control. You bought at 9.20, 9.25. You made a lot of money right there. And just look at this thing go. Now we need to get above 9.75 and hold. Once we get above that, well, I guess it's probably just Zoom that's delaying the Webull. That could be why. But I have really good internet, so I should be good. Okay, so okay, now we're good. So 9.7. Now we need to get above 9.75 and hold above that level. Get up to about 9. Well, we hit 9.88. Yeah, so the high was 9.88. So now you're gonna, you draw a horizontal line. For every time the stock makes a high, you want to draw a horizontal line. Now we're looking for it to break above 9.88. Once it breaks above 9.88, we should see 10. Now $10 is when you're day trading, that's how should I word this? That's like a number where, when a stock breaks that number, you're looking for it to squeeze really hard. $10, $5. $5 is when a stock is no longer considered a penny stock above $5. Now above $10 is when we're looking for it to really, really squeeze up to at least $12, $13, $14 because the price movement up there it changes a lot. It's way different when it gets above $10. The spread on the level 2 becomes further apart. So you could buy if you're not careful where you're buying, you could buy 10 15 cents above the price, above the bid, and then you get stuck higher up. Whoa. Okay, so shorts are going to try and pull this down right now.
What is he doing?
They don't want it to go above $10, and you're going to see.
He's still talking about TRCH.
Let's watch it right here. So let's draw some lines right here. So for this to keep going up, it has to come in this channel right here. So outside of the channel, I wouldn't touch it. I would go short position right here. Once we get outside this yellow line right here. You can see a lot of day traders out there, they're doing the same thing. They're charting in the same way, and they're looking for it to come back in this channel right here. You're pretty much just connecting the candles right here. Just draw a line connecting the candles to create that channel. Now we see it outside. Let's see if we can get back up in there. And doesn't look like. Let's see what happens. You can see right here, the buyers are trying to, buyers are fighting, and the shorts are trying to fight it as well. Buyers are trying to push it up, shorts are trying to bring it down. So let's see. If we get above, okay, that's 9.9. There we go. So the reason why this stock is going up, if you were to search the news, is that they announced some special dividend. So that's actually great news for a stock that's running up. I think the dividend is on the 25th of June. And for a stock this cheap, I think the dividend is a really high number. So a lot of people are going to be buying this stock to hold it so that when the dividend date comes around, they get payment for that. The stock has been going up, I think, for the past a week or so. Another thing that you want to do is you want to find a float of the stock. You want to see how much volume the stock is traded. And when we start trading, above the float 3-4 times the float, the volume right now is 73 million. All right, there we go. Let's see if we're going to see 10. Okay, so right there at $10, we see what? A huge seller at $10. He has 232,000 shares. That's a massive seller right there. So that's most likely, someone that had this stock from really low. He's either trying to, okay, let's see what happens right here. We just hit $10. And let's see, there's 185,000 shares left. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we're gonna break through 10. So we hit $10, but as you can see, there was a massive seller right there. So, there was not enough volume to break through. Now we're gonna have to retest that $10 again. So normally, if you're buying a stock like this and you're a big whale, you have a lot of money. There we go. We broke right through $10. You're gonna slap the ass as soon as you see $10 start printing on the level 2. If you could buy up that 200,000 shares, you're instantly gonna hit that buy button at $10 to break through that wall at $10. And we broke through that $10 wall. So you could have bought at $10 right there again for the break of $10, and you could sell up into this spike. Because that's look at that. That's 40 cents right there. Breaking through $10. If you had 100 shares, you just made $50. If you had 1,000 shares, you just made $500, right? And if you were down in here from the $9 alert, you could hold your position. You could sell half of your shares, and you could say, okay, I'm just going to let the rest of my shares ride. I'm going to put a stop loss or break even, at $9 where you got in. Because this thing could continue going up, right? It could go to 15 or something like that. At least you secured some profit. Now we're back in this channel right here. So we just need to keep this channel and just keep going up. But you always want to look at the RSI as well. The RSI is telling us that this stock is currently overbought. So even though we're squeezing higher and higher, I expect a sell-off to come at any point. Wow, this thing is squeezing and I can't even trade. So now we're above this trend line right here. If we could get above here and squeeze up, we should see a massive movement above here. But ideally, you want this to, okay, there we go. You want this to come back down in the channel, and then come back down here a little bit and then go again. Because right here we're looking at it's super extended right now. Our size at 91. So just watch this right here. You have to watch the RSI. So I would have sold pretty much all of my position up at this point right here. And then I look for it to come back down and look to take an entry again. So let's see what happens. Now, if you guys look, what do we have right here? We have a double top. Pretty sure that's a double top. Yeah, yep. That's a double top. So we draw a horizontal line. We have a double top right here, which is what? That is resistance, right? So we expected the stock to pull back, and it's pulling back right now. So now what we need to do is the stock needs to stay and trade between this point and this point here. We need to stay in here. In this, what is that, a rectangle that you see going across right here? We need to stay in here. And you can actually highlight that as well. Let's see. So we need to stay in this box right here, this rectangle right here. So there we go. We're starting to see people sell. You see the RSI was so high that, you know, it was overextended at that point. So people were looking to take profit, or you had no choice because, you know, if it was to break through this level of resistance right here, it would go in a halt. And it would just keep halting up, and then eventually, you know, come back down at some point. Now we're going to see a huge drop from here, probably $1 or more. Let's see. Yeah, if you look at that, that's already dropped to pretty much $1 right there. So we have the same thing right here. Remember, it started trading outside of this channel right here is where you're looking to take a short position. If we look right here, we see that gravestone doji followed by a flat top red candle. So I would have went short here again. And that's what you do throughout the day. You know, you just look for stocks like this. They're setting up like this. You sell long and then you short, and then you look for it, you know, to bounce back again. And then you could go long again based on your resistances and, you know, your charting. You go long again, and then you short again whenever opportunity presents itself, and you just keep what we call scalping. You're just scalping the stock throughout the whole day. Now we're down about $1 per share from the high. So short sellers are making money right now, and people who bought up in this level that really don't know what they're doing because they bought too high and there's a double top. They didn't have a stop loss in place, you know, or they're on their last day trade or something. They don't want to sell, so now they're bag holding. They're going to lose their money. And when you day trade, those are the people you're taking their money because they don't know better. And you know, if you've traded in the past and you lost money, then you know that was you at some point. So now you're trying to learn the system and see how it works, so you avoid, you know, losing your money. That was me at one point. You know, I would just buy up in here saying, okay, this is going higher. I didn't know what a double top was. I didn't know, you know, what a doji was. And for you guys, your candles may look different. That's because this is what you call hike and ashy candles. I'll show you guys how to set these candles up on your broker. All brokers have them except for TradeZero. These are the Japanese candles, Japanese style. Now let's see what happens right here. So now we have the 25 EMA and the VWAP as well right below us. So if we crack the 25 EMA and the VWAP, this thing is going down to at least 9.3. So now we draw a downtrend line. You can also draw a downtrend channel as well. So you go up, you could draw one coming down. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect. It doesn't have to, look like really pretty, a pretty channel. You're just connecting the candles at this point. All right, so now we're looking for this to, if you're short, you're looking for it to come down below this yellow line. And if you're long, you're looking for it to get back above and go back up this way. Short, you want it to come down below this lower downtrend line right here. Let's see what happens. And there we go. Let's see. Okay, we broke through the VWAP and we broke through 25 EMA. Now we're at 9.7, 9.6. This is pretty much how it plays out every morning when you're trading stocks. If it gaps up really hard in the beginning, it's gonna fall down at least $1, $1.50 from the high of where it was. Now the short sellers are in control, so this could go down. It's up 55% on the day. Shorts could bring it down to 20%. So you're looking at another $1.50 from where it's at right now. That's why I like the short more, because I see more of a downside and an upside when you're trading. Does anyone have any questions? No questions? Okay. Now we're at 9.5, and as I said, 9.3. I expect it to go down to at least 9.3 before we make a recovery. Let's see. Looks like we're gonna bounce right here on the 50 EMA, and as you remember, the 50 EMA over here was a support where we bounced before. So stocks normally do that. If it bounced on a 50 EMA, it's going to try and bounce on it again because it was support at one point. And the buyers are going to see that and they're going to try and buy it at the 50 EMA. You'll see that it could come, it could go up here, come down to the 50 EMA. We can see another movement going higher than the high that we had here because the 50 EMA is support. Now, if we crack that 50 EMA, we're going down to at least the 200 EMA, which is all the way at 8.92. Then below the 200 EMA, this thing is just gonna bleed for the rest of the day. Shorts are just gonna bleed it. If it goes below this purple line, normally in this purple line, if it comes down here and start to bounce, I would send out an alert saying, hey, I'm looking to do a dip buy right here at 8.9. Right, and then you're going to reference that on your chart and say, okay, he's buying that on the 200 EMA. I could say the 200/1, which is a 200 EMA on the 1 minute chart. So now we hit the 50 EMA twice. So does anyone have any questions? I have to go into work for just a little bit. And I'll try to come back on when I get back.
No, I don't have any questions.
No questions? Did you learn something?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, positive, bro.
Hey, bro. Cool question though for me.
Mhm.
How do you do a short on Webull, short trade?
Webull in the quantity,
Yeah.
you're gonna put your quantity in, and then you're gonna hit a sell button instead of the buy button. You hit sell.
Got you.
You initiate, and then you initiate your short position. And I believe on Webull, to get out of your short position, you have to, have your quantity in, and you have to buy the shares back to get out of the short position.
Okay, sweet. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite. At least on Thinkorswim, it's pretty much the opposite of just buying the stock. You sell it and then you rebuy your positions.
right.
Makes sense.
Yep. So there we go. We just cracked the 50 EMA, and now we're down to 9.3. This is where I would have covered my short position if I was short, 9.3 area. But I mean, we have the 200 EMA down here, and it could come all the way down here. So, I like to go